the main event, the Firefly Inferno match. Where to begin?
I don't know, man.
So,
I thought the match was going to start with a collar and elbow, to be honest with you.
It almost did.
I know, that's what I'm saying. The ring wasn't on fire, and then they were like pacing each other. I said, oh my God, they're really going to collar and elbow the Fiend. I really thought they were.
I figured it was, my first thought it was going to be a cinematic, because Firefly Inferno.
That's what I heard. They do cinematic.
They do, yeah, right. They do cinematic shit with him all the time. Yeah, oh, well, absolutely. Would you count that as a cinematic if it's cut like that?
I don't know. It was pre-tape.
Because there was cinematic spots.
No, that was real.
Fair and true and Numa. You're
especially,
right. Yeah. The end was the most real part.
That was 100% shoot.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, so once they were playing a million commercials and this long ass fucking hype video for this match, I was like, okay, they're setting something up, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So it turns out it's a different version of an Inferno match. The entire ringside area beyond the barricade is fire. Just a bunch of fire. Everything's on fire. Big spaghetti noodles on fire.
That's a good way of putting it.
Just everything was on fire. So it looked cool visually, except when they at one point during the match, they both fight back into the ring and just start doing moves. And it's like, this is the least dangerous part of this match. Why are you even in here? Why even have the ring? But
yeah, it actually, I was confused at first because the ring wasn't on, nothing was on fire.
Yeah.
And they were just wrestling. And then the Fiend did Kane's gimmick.
He did reverse Kane. He put his hands up.
Yeah, you're right.
Said,
and and the place lit on fire. I was like, oh, okay, all right, that's something.
It was, I thought that visual was cool. I feel like everything before it was kind of weird. They had Orton like punching Fiend, and Fiend was just standing there doing Beavis and Butthead laughs, which was...
he was laughing. He's like, why aren't you locking me up? You don't want to go into a wrist lock, hammer lock?
Then he stuck his tongue out at one point.
Yeah. He might be most likely to
say blat.
Yeah, in the Daddies.
That's a close one. I thought that they caught the commentators on fire. I didn't know this was pre-taped at first, and I was like, oh my God, I think it was
that would have been
on fire.
I was absolutely hoping. They didn't really explain how you win, did they?
Set your opponent on fire.
I'm on fire.
Oh, was that actually? Okay, great.
Also, Samoa Joe said, wow, it's hot in here. Huh? You ain't here.
Yeah, where the fuck?
They said that a lot, actually.
Just me.
Yeah, what the
fuck? So, yeah, they just tease a bunch of setting people on fire spots. Bray sets a belt on fire and tries to kill Orton with it. Then he gets the rocking chair, which, cool. He sets up the rocking chair, douses it in gasolina, walks away, and then you get 17 camera cuts.
Yeah,
to let you know
a bit
how
much.
Fucking not live this is.
Bro, the chair was bleeding.
It was bleeding.
Yes. Why was it bleeding?
Because a chair was alive.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, he puts Orton in the chair. He lines up gas. He sets it on fire. It goes all the way to Orton. 17 camera cuts later, Orton's out of the chair. Chair's on fire and bleeding. So then they keep teasing it.
That was Brother Abigail.
He killed him. I was hoping that Alexa would come out at some point and get set on fire too. I thought that would just be cool. I think the Fiend put Orton in the Kata Hajime or something. He put him on Mandible Claw. What did he put him in?
That was Kata Hajime, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Kata Hajime.
Oh, yeah.
Orton, he's trying to drag him into the fire. This fire near the stage. He's dragging him towards it. Orton turns around, pushes Fiend and his little jacket into the fire, and the Fiend goes up in flames. I'm like, oh shit, this is the end of the match. Because remember, help!
Stone Cold just looking there. Jim,
stop!
Somebody got help.
I wasn't trying to shout down the fire. So I was like, okay,
it was cool because he still had the mandible claw on him while he was getting set on fire.
Right. So yes, exactly. But he stepped out of it. Orton steps back. I was okay. This is like the Kane spot where Kane's arm gets on fire. He's gonna run away and cry.
He runs away.
Fiend on fire as Orton gets back into the ring. Beelines for the ring on fire and goes to attack Orton and gets caught with an RKO.
I want to collar an elbow. I want to collar an elbow.
The whole time I was thinking his dreads are gonna catch on fire.
I was so excited to see on fire Fiend hitting moves on Randy Orton. I'm so upset he didn't do one thing. I'm so upset. I get it.
I was
goddamn, I wanted something. So Orton hits the RKO. The Fiend is still on fire.
Let me give a shout out real quick. There was a guy in my chat, the Clown Prince. You guys know my boy here.
Yeah.
He was the champion before.
And, yes.
Yeah, so he said before the match, he said, "Man, I hope he hits a fire RKO." And then he hit the fire RKO. I was like, "Damn, how did you call that? That was crazy." I couldn't even predict
Ask him for more scoops. See, we only got AEW scoops here. We don't get.
Oh yeah, wasn't Orton the dumbest person ever though by wearing the jacket the entire match?
He also wore pants.
Yeah. So I did think that, but then I thought again about it. I was like, well, what's...
You thought in wrestling terms?
If
like,
I go into fire with
fire,
like bare skin, that'd probably suck more than like having my hoodie on fire and then I could just throw that off real quick and hopefully get less burn than I would if I had direct contact.
I couldn't even see his thighs. That was fucked up.
Yeah, that
Did you see at one point his drawstring was all in his face?
He spent like 2 minutes fighting with his fucking hoodie.
And then the other end was like right up there. Like,
a little snake string.
Orton versus the drawstring was the best part of the match.
That's my match of the year, actually. So, the Fiend, the fire goes out in the ring. Fiend is laying on his belly. And Orton goes outside the ring. He's got a plan. Viper's always got a plan, a little snake man. Goes out. And he grabs the gasolina. And he gets into the ring. And he starts dousing him. He is dousing him with this liquid. All over. Starts on his chest. Real sensual, actually. I kind of was feeling it. And then he gets all over. Douses him. He steps away. He's like, motherfucker. He dips some more on him. I was like, all right, Randy, let's go.
It was weird how he almost ran out of gas. And then he had a lot more gas. It was pretty cool.
They filled it up. It's all right.
There was also, so he does that. He goes outside the ring and he goes, the Fiend had like a lighter. I don't know what happened to it.
The Zippo, hell yeah.
Orton could not find the Zippo lighter.
The Fiend was fucking ready for this match, dog.
But there is a box of matches conveniently placed
As
here.
they do, right?
Dude, there's a pickaxe under the ring in this match.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, Fiend swung a pickaxe at him, too.
Where the fuck did that? It's like they went to a railway and was like, the coal miners, the glove should have been under there.
Oh, there was also an axe handle, too.
Yeah.
Which, was that from the pickaxe? But that,
no, it was different. It was a different one.
Oh, that was just under the ring. You're right, and that was on fire. That got caught on fire too.
Well, that's what's next is Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt in a coal miner's glove match.
Oh shit,
that's too based.
Yeah. I mean, listen,
base hand weapons. So DPW's got to have that, by the way.
Based hand weapons?
It's called the base hands weapon match, and you can only use like the power of the punch and the glove, loaded glove, and a coal miner's glove and stuff like that.
Wow.
There's that.
3 options.
We can figure out more. Spiky glove, boxing glove.
That's power of the punch, brass knuckles.
No, yeah, you can have the chain. Glove. They had the chain in this match too, right? Didn't there was a chain in this match?
Does that count?
Yeah. Chain on fist. I think so, yeah.
Wrapping your fist? Okay.
Yeah.
What about just taped fist?
Oh, like the mad ball too? The mad ball? Does the mad ball count?
The mad ball in your hand. In your hand.
Wait, how's the mad ball count? Hold on.
I'm going to attach it to my wrist. I'm going to attach it to my wrist like Spider-Man.
No, you're not going to do that.
What do you mean? Tell me what I'm not going to do.
You can't do that. That's your whole different rules. Now you just anything you hold in your hand. That's any weapon.
There's actually a lot of hand-based weapons in wrestling.
A lot of based weepons. Yep.
Yeah. See, this fucking guy gets it. Or
no,
you
he doesn't. He doesn't get it.
You know what, Johnny? It took me a minute, but you already know.
No, you don't. There's no way you know. If I don't know, you don't know. There's no way.
Yes, sir.
I mean, there's different levels to Base World. I'm definitely not Sergeant SpongeBob, but I'm getting there.
Well, he might win an award. I forget
which one. He'll make it around. Flex 36, Tony. You already know.
True.
No way, true. No way, true.
It is what it is, man. I'm gonna tell you.
All right, anyway,
he's dumping the gasoline. He gets more gas. He dumps the gasoline.
So,
and then he gets the matches.
He gets the matches. He's standing at the barricade. He opens the little box. He pulls out a match. He puts the match. I'm pretty sure he put the box down. He goes
Yeah, he
into
did.
the
He
he goes into the ring with
He
a
holds
closed
up one match. He
with
holds up one
He
match.
holds up one match, and then he goes in the ring with it, and he's now in the ring with a closed matchbox, which he has to open and get another match from.
This makes zero sense at all.
Whatever. So Orton stands there. He lights the match, and he's staring at it, and it looks down at the Fiend. Cuts back to Orton. He's staring at the match. It's getting lower and lower. I'm like, damn, is he? He's gonna have
burn his hand.
He's gonna he's either gonna just throw this away and not do this, or he's gonna have second thoughts. Maybe he's gonna join the Fiend. Something weird's gonna happen here.
He's gonna
There's
go
no
to
way
that place, you know.
He's gonna go to that secret place. Yeah, special place. Yeah, he's not gonna light this guy on fire. I was convinced, but I really wanted him to. Gets lower on the lighter on the match, lower and lower, and then it cuts to him just about to throw it, and somehow the Fiend already it looks like he's been burning for weeks. He is melted. He is Melt Man with the power to melt.
My boy, Melt Man. Oh shit! He's coming back as Melt Man.
Is that Randy Orton stinky diver?
Yes, I think so. Yeah. I think so.
Oh, good. Stinky
Unless
diver is in base world. Just so everybody
Unless he's what was
I've heard
it?
Stinky
Oh well, he had a
diver
hoodie on. I was gonna say
years.
unless he's the
Fuck.
Flesh, but he had like clothes on this
He's
time.
super strong and super naked. So you got to find somebody who's booking this thing.
That's true. So yeah,
Stinky
he's
diver, damn.
Fiend is Melt Man, and then he gets set on fire. He
set myself on fire.
it just lit up blaze, and he just lays there, not moving an inch. He is dead. He's already dead. They set a dead man on fire for fun, and the show. What's even better is, despite the Melt Man thing, he's on fire. The show could just end there, but no, they have to cut to Randy Orton standing at ringside, and someone was yelling at him and saying, "Do the pose, do the pose, do the pose," and he does the Orton pose.
I hear voices in my head.
Ski-Wo, we gotta go this whole time. We gotta go.
Just wow. I don't think I can ever not love the Fiend. I think I am supremely biased. I think everything he does is fucking goofy as hell. It's so stupid, and I love it. If you accept that the Fiend isn't what it should be, and he's just another part of the, like, there's WWE and then there's whatever the Fiend's doing because it's just a fucking crazy place. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a Z-list horror movie that WWE puts on at the end of every pay-per-view. It's just absurd, and I love it. I love the Fiend. I can't wait to see him come back as the Fiend to Electric Boogaloo.
I also really fucking like this a lot, actually.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, this whole fucking thing was, I'll never forget how crazy this was. The part, I was very confused at the beginning. He set the fire up. I was like, holy shit, here we go.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I was gonna love it at first. I was like, oh, it's not like an Inferno match.
Sure.
But they found a way, man. If they would have just done what they did with Kane and like just set him on fire and then called it a day,
that
I'd
would
be
have
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, why even
But
bother?
they went all in. He did a fucking fire RKO, which will probably be in highlights for the rest of the time ever.
That's so sick.
Bray Wyatt literally got set on fire. I thought that was dope. I actually found it even more funny that it was very obviously a doll got set on fire. So that actually increased my happiness watching
There's
this.
no movement at all.
The idea that he's just fucking already dead and Randy Orton he actually killed him when he filled his mouth with gasoline. Turns out when you drink a bunch of gasoline, you die. So,
I was hoping he would drink it and then get fired up. Like that's his Steve
oh
Weiser.
yeah, he just drinks gasoline all the time.
Like that's, when they did the Sandman spot where he'd have to drink beer to be brought back to life.
Yeah.
He just does have gasoline.
Yeah, so
What
I mean,
was
if
that
I
Spike TV show? What was that Spike TV show? 1,000 Ways to Die or whatever?
TNA. Oh yeah.
There was one on there where a guy drank gasoline and then threw up in a fire and he got lit on
Whoa.
fire.
I was
it
surprised
goes
wasn't-
back up it goes back into your mouth.
Yeah.
If there was one thing I would add to this, they should have had the Fiend do a fireball. At least one.
I thought
that would've
I thought that was gonna be
ruled.
the finish. I thought the fireball was gonna be the finish. Honestly,
Should have been.
yeah,
I mean, not should have been. I like to have the finish one, but they should have did it in general, but that's okay.
I think so too. I think that would have been cool. Or the Fiend doing more moves while he's on fire, just so you get more.
That would have. I mean, listen,
that
Orton had the
would've
hoodie on.
ruled.
He'd been all right.
So I mean, if I had to give one of these matches tonight the Castro GTX Drive Hard match of the night,
Ooh.
I probably have to give it to the Firefly Inferno match.
I think you're
that's
right.
a slam witch of the night. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think
that's
so too.
that's what the Fiend was also doused in. So be sure to pick up Castro GTX Drive Hard.
The Lugs boot of the week is Orton hitting the pose as he's on fire.
Dude, that was crazy.
Yeah. So overall, man, this was pretty cool. I think that
Yeah.
I want an action figure of the Fiend on fire. So if we can figure that out. I don't buy many
God.
action figures,
Oh
but
my
I would
God.
go out of my way to buy that. So
Why'd you have to say that? Because now I need that, and
Yeah,
like I
please
can't
do
forget.
that.
I can't forget that you said that now. Like fuck.
I also need a Jim Ross on fire, and I need it to have a button so you can go ah.